Hello, everyone, and welcome to Say It Out Loud Gigi podcast. I am your host, Judith Diaz, once again, the CEO of Say It Out Loud Gigi, and we have an amazing podcast today because it's highly requested, which is information on what Say It Out Loud Gigi is, what I do, what I offer. And also, we're in the month of February. Wow, time is going so fast. Don't you agree? I feel like time is just flying. So I wanted to get some announcement out here. So bear with me. And the first thing I wanted to do is offer for all small business owners, if you're out there watching this podcast, first of all, subscribe to the YouTube channel, click that button and that notification button so you don't miss out on any podcast or any information that we might be offering you or saying. And to all small business owners out there, if you want to be part of or promote your business, please contact me. You could always go to my website at www.sayitoutloudgg with a JIJI.com and go under coaching services, and you're going to see a meet and greet there. Schedule your appointment today. We could have a 15-minute conversation and we could schedule you for promotion. And it's pretty much a promotion where it's going to be a lot of people see. And this is what Say It Out Loud GG is about. It's about uplifting and promoting small business. As a small business owner myself, I know the struggles behind it. I know how hard it gets, especially for promotion. Promotion is and marketing is one of the hardest things to do. So, and these are, ways, techniques that we do. And this is the way Say It Out Loud GG kind of just brings to your table and say, hey, let's join together. Let's see how we could collaborate. Let's see what we could do to uplift and share amazing things. And we just got, that's just what Say It Out Loud GG is all about. That's what Judith Diaz is all about. So, okay. So who is Say It Out Loud GG? Say It Out Loud GG was born in an experience, a moment. I named my company Say It Out Loud GG so everyone could, or not everyone, but myself most and first of all, to remind myself of how important my voice is. um, eh, Most people know, and if you don't know, I was a child that was really suppressed, especially when it came to opinions or asking questions, because I was that child that asked a lot of questions. So I was really knocked down by it. Like, oh, why you ask so many questions? Stop asking so many questions. And I started suppressing my voice and who I was and my opinions, kept my opinions to myself and kept my questions to myself. And I grew up that way. And that was a big struggle. So, um, when I decided to open a business, I decided for it to be Say It Out Loud GG to remind me every day of how important my voice is. And there's nothing wrong with asking questions. There's nothing wrong with being curious. There's nothing wrong with not being perfect. And that's where it was born. It was born in 2018, um, with an idea or with an expectation behind it, where I feel like I've done coaching all my life, because I've always uplift people and was there to listen and to give suggestions and give advice, free advice. So that's something that came naturally to me, since a very young age. I had to learn how to grow up pretty quick. So I kind of just had them lesson learned pretty hard. So, and I used tools and techniques and utilize them and started, telling people anything I learned. I don't like to keep to myself. I feel that we should share it with the world and share it with people, because that's the only way we're going to get to change the world one life at a time. I'm not a selfish person in the sense that if I learn something, I'm just going to keep it to myself and let other people learn it on their own or let them, fall. I don't like seeing people fall or seeing people on their downfall because I know how it feels. I've been there. So if I could uplift and help one person, at the end of the day, you have to do the work. But if I could give you tools or ways that I did it and strategies the way I did it, I like to share them. And that's where Say It Out Loud Gigi was born. And I was like, you know what? Let's start educating myself and I got certified as a certified life purpose coach. I also got certified as a relationship facilitator. And I just started educating myself and started using what I knew about life, right? Itself. I didn't learn anything or any tools or techniques that I do show. I didn't learn that from a book. I just learned how to organize it. Um, I learned that by life itself, by lesson learned, and that is the biggest lesson you could ever learn. You when you read something and you try to teach it, it's not the same thing than living it, because when you live it, you know the raw emotions that are behind it. So, I'm a certified coach, like I said, a relationship facilitator, and empowerment coach. I also offer meditation sessions. Um, I do offer that on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. We do have meditation nights as well that we do offer. They're 30 minutes. And when I say 30 minutes, I mean, we begin prepping 15 minutes, but there's a full 30 minutes where we're on that session, that meditation session. So when you see that 30 minutes and it's like, is 30 minutes enough? Oh, it's more than enough, because we don't start the time from when you walk in the door. We start the time when we start meditating. Well, that's the way I calculate time. um we also have in April 2024, this is a big announcement, guys. April 2024, I am going to be launching my workbook. This is a workbook that I have worked for about 3.5 years now. It's a workbook that I'm very passionate about, and it's a workbook that I used, and used some strategies and used some example people. So I did experiment before launching this book that this program actually work. There was a lot of tears, a lot of dedication, long hours put into this workbook, and it's called Your Growth Plan, and it consists of 10 amazing programs. And once again, the title says it for itself, is Your Growth Plan. And these are ways and techniques and a program that is going to help you get to grow and know yourself. And because at the end of the day, you're living your life, nobody else is living it for you. And sometimes we need to identify, who are we living for? Are we living for to please people, or are we living for to live our authentic life, or the way we want to live it? And the 10 programs consist of knowing who you are. That's the first program, and probably one of the easiest programs. I always say that, and I like to start off easy. And knowing who you are, it's not a program that it's just, oh, you're going to get to know who you are. That's it, period. No, it's get to know who or what version you are today. Every day you change, every day. And this program, the questions that are asked, if I ask you a week later, they're going to change, because they're going to change based on your growth. And I wanted to create a program that identify that you could actually go back and look back and say, wow, I am different, or wow, I do think different, like, or these are the people, or identify the people that are bringing you down, that are not getting or helping you get to that place, on knowing at least a version of yourself that day. And this program is not about being right, being wrong. It's a non-judgmental program. It's a program that is going to be you faced with yourself. And that's the most important person that you need to face, which is yourself, nobody else. So that's why I created this workbook. The second program is finding and understanding what you want. After knowing a portion of who you are, what your values are, what you think about yourself, where do you stand, what you need to work on. After identifying that and working with that, now we could talk about finding and understanding what you want. And that could look like a different ways, because sometimes what we want, it's not matching with who we are or what we need. you know we could want a lot of things. One is not a necessity, but there's certain necessities that we need, which is self-love, self-understanding, having grace and compassion with ourselves, and having sympathy with ourselves. And these are things that this program will teach you to put yourself first, put your emotions first, put who you are and what you need first, then to understand really what you want. um Setting healthy boundaries, this one's a good one. I really had fun with this program because it's about you. It's about you, what works for you, and what protects your feelings. And this is something that personally, for me, for Judith Diaz, I wasn't taught how to set boundaries. I always struggled with this for many years. And the fact that I learned how to set boundaries, it was so fun for me because I saw my growth there. I saw me loving myself. I think that anybody that goes through this program will see that self love at the end. Because at the end, it's like you're standing up for yourself. You don't need no one to stand up for you. You could do that yourself and understand that saying no or putting your emotions first is nothing wrong with that. And you are deserving of that. And that's what this program definitely offers, hands down. Understand that. Understand um, the difficulty too to set boundaries with that immediate family, but understand the importance of why you need to do it for yourself first. It's amazing. Hands down. This is one. I had fun with this one. Working on self esteem. After you set them boundaries, now let's build your confidence. Let's build the self esteem that you need. You're gonna have the power to look at yourself in the mirror and say, "Wow, I am loving this person. I am loving the person I'm becoming." And you're gonna get to understand what that self love look like. And if there's anything that you don't like, you're gonna have grace with changing it. And I think that's very important. Sometimes we change things, and we change them because it's we want to look a certain way or be what other people wants us to be. Or no, it's like, love your body first, love the skin you're in, and if there's something that you don't like, change it with love and grace, because you want to, not because what you see or what people want you to be, but yourself. And that's not only physical, that's mental, that's emotional, that's spiritual. That goes in all this. This program talks about all that and the importance of it. Breaking negative habits. Oh, after that self esteem and that self awareness comes in, now we're going to work on breaking them habits that we sometimes don't even identify that we're doing them. I personally know that, sometimes we're our worst enemies. We're the ones that talk down on ourselves, right? And these are habits that we don't realize. Even when we make a mistake, just the fact that you might say, "Oh, I'm stupid," or "Oh, how dumb can I be?" Or, where you're just saying it at the moment, but you don't believe that you're dumb, but you're saying it at the moment. It's like, I always say this: if you could bless someone with your mouth, how, you could say, "Oh, bless you," or even in my culture, la bendición, and someone sneezes, "Oh, bless you," or someone's, it doesn't matter. In any religion, any culture, there is a sort of blessing, and it comes out your mouth. It comes peace with you. It comes out your mouth. So if you could bless someone with your voice and what you say, well, don't you think that the opposite or the negative could happen? So even with that being said, sometimes we could say things, to ourselves without meaning because we don't think we're dumb. But at the moment, we're declaring that, oh, how dumb can I be? Or, it's having and being able to break them habits, some negative habits that we don't realize. The negative habits that, when we hear people talking about someone or anything else, we will sometimes want to fit in and we join that conversation like, yeah, I thought that too. Or even if you're not talking negative about that person, but just agreeing that, oh, yeah, I did think that too. That's a very negative habit and a negative impact that you could do is being able to identify to say, I don't want to be a part of this. And you don't have to say anything, but just walking away will do so much to your self love, self awareness. You have no idea. There's the little things that we don't realize that we do, and we have these negative habits, and we have normalized them so much that we don't realize that we actually do them. And this program will help you identify that. Learning how to express yourself. This was a big one for me since I was really suppressed as a child. Um, it was very hard for me to be able to express my emotions in the sense using the correct words to do so. And still I struggle with that, but I embrace me struggling and probably not having the words to express myself. I have fun with that. I am not I am in the stage of non-judgmental. I love myself. I love who I am and how I am. And this program helps you identify that, helps you identify and embrace exactly who you are, because you don't need to be perfect or have any perfection or anything. I always say something, if you want it better in something, then work on it. Repetition and consistency is the key to learning. I was a very hard learner. I read, but I couldn't comprehend. So I struggled as a child. And once again, that has to do with your trauma and that has to do with a lot of things. But this program helps you learn how to express yourself in different ways, in body language, in the way of art, in the way of writing, in the way of singing, dancing. Like there's so many different ways that we don't realize that we could express ourselves to ourselves and to others, that this program helps you identify the ways you could do that and put it into action and put it into play. And healing your past, this is a really big one and a really one of the most important programs. I say it's very important for you to identify and understand that until you go back to that child, to that inner child of yours, until you go back and heal that trauma, there's going to always be things that are going to trigger you in the future. Point blank, period. That I learned, that I live, so I could testify and be a testimonial to myself and to others about this. You need to go back. You need to heal. You need to forgive. You need to close doors, but most of all, forgive yourself. Um, it's not about forgiving other people. It's about putting yourself first, forgiving yourself for everything and understanding that some of it is not your fault and other of it and the other part of it, it doesn't matter because even a mistake doesn't have to be negative. A mistake is a lesson learned. And sometimes the way we see things, we don't understand them and we just down ourselves. Once again, we put ourselves down. So healing your past is a very important thing. I say you have to start from the beginning. You have to, you have to die. And I don't say this lightly, but you have to. There's a part of you that has to. Um, you have to grieve that part of you because you are no longer that person, and until you allow yourself to grieve that person, you're going to keep having triggers, you're going to keep having the same cycle and repeating the same mistakes. I wrote a book on it, guys, Finding My Way Back to Gigi. I wrote a book on living my life just sometimes repeating the same cycles because I didn't allow myself to learn from it or to heal from it. But once I started healing from it, I mean, hands down, you become a different version of yourself that you need to become. You need to, because the freedom you're going to feel after that, it's incredible. Letting things go that'll hold you back. Once again, this goes with healing your past. There are things that even sometimes, excuse me, after we learn how to heal and we heal them, sometimes we don't know how to let them go. And this teaches you things to just let people go. And people maybe that are in your present life, not necessarily your past, but people that are in your present life and your present being that you surround yourself with, is letting things go that'll hold you back. People, situations, places you go, anything, conversations that you might have, whether it's work, finding another job, doing what you need to do for your mental health and your well-being. It's very important. And that's what this program kind of talks about and focus in. And then after all that, where do I begin? Where are you going to begin? Because this is a whole new version of yourself. After you go through all these steps, excuse me, it's a whole new version of yourself. So where are you going to begin? I always recommend support system. You need to build a great foundation of a support system. So I just give you a little tip on that program. So, and we start from there. And this program will help you build that strong foundation and see the importance of that strong foundation. Because when you understand it, you believe it. When you believe it, you make it happen. You declare it. And that's very important. And let's just talk. Now your whole version of yourself. Let's just talk. Say it out loud. you know Now is your time to shine. Now is your time to build yourself. Now is your time to express yourself and enjoy this whole new version of yourself after your growth plan, your growth program. This is it. So hands down, this program is coming out in April 2024. So stay tuned, because we're going to be including a free seminar, and it's going to be just allowing 10 people at a time, where you get to understand and get to see, at least hands on, personally, what this growth plan is about. And we're going to do a seminar behind it. It's going to be a free seminar, but you need to reserve your seating, because we're going to probably do 2 seminars for the month of April to get people in. So stay tuned to that announcement when it comes out, so you could reserve your spot immediately. Right now, finding my way back to Gigi. Anyone that knows that I had an incredible last Saturday. I was able to celebrate for the first time for myself, celebrate my book launch, finding my way back to Gigi in my office, and it was incredible. And I had just a handful of people that showed up, was in the room, and network and got information and we advertise each other, but also has to do with my book, finding my way back to Gigi. This is my baby. This is me. This is my truth, my story, who I am. And this book, and with that being said, I've had a lot of comments, and I'm going to address these comments in the sense of the pricing and everything. The book, it's being sold for $85. And I want you to understand that this is my story. You cannot compare my book to any other book, because it's my story. This is not only my story and my truth, this is also like a coaching book that you're purchasing, because it also gives you the techniques and the ways I changed my life while I was going through these situations. The book does come with a trigger warning, so please be aware of that. But this book, this is my truth and my story, and everything I've been through. It's priceless. So if I put a price of $85, I think that's pretty cheap to if you compare it with all the tears that I went through, all the mental, physical abuse I went through, through the sexual assault, through the through the domestic violence, through all the things that I went through. I mean, that has no price. So, and this is, like I said, it's not just a story that you're going to read, it's also an empowerment book, something that's going to uplift you. And I guarantee you, this book will uplift you, and that's why I made the story right now. But for all those people that has been for the month of February, I am going to have 40% off on this book, Finding My Way Back to Gigi. If you visit our website today at www.sayitoutloudgigi, Jiji, that's how it's spelled, gg.com, you're going to find this book 40% off. Okay. It's only going to be the month of February because this is the month of love. This is the month of loving yourself. And I wanted to gift you guys for the month of February where it's 40% off, but also to bring the awareness and so you could afford to buy the book and see and love yourself. Purchase the book and say, I'm doing this for myself, not for Gigi, not for Judith Diaz, not for anything, but for yourself, because I guarantee you that this book will empower you, will motivate you, will inspire you to start healing, would inspire you to make the change that you need to make the change to self-awareness. I guarantee you that. And so I put it 40% off for the month of February. So go to the website because after February, it's going to be regular price. If you want this story, if you want to be a part of this story, and humbly saying this, thank you everyone who has been supporting me, who pre-purchased a book, who has been there. And I've had nothing but great reviews. So I invite you, if you have any doubts, go to Finding My Way Back to Gigi page on Facebook and read the reviews for yourself, because these are real testimonials, real people saying how their experience and what their experience while reading this book. And I want you to have that. I want you to bring that to yourself because you're deserving of that. And I put a lot of love and a lot of passion behind this book. And I'm humbly saying this. I really, really did. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out, but you're deserving to purchase this book. So purchase the book and get inspired, get motivated. Oh, I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. Uh, Another thing that I wanted to talk about was the Spanish version of this book, Encontrando mi camino de regreso a Gigi. The Spanish version will come out in March of 2024. So for the month of February, so para toda mi gente latina allá afuera, el libro Encontrando mi camino de regreso a Gigi para el mes de febrero está en 40% de descuento. So, preordenen el libro ahora que está en especial, porque solamente para el mes de febrero, y lo quise hacer para el mes de febrero, para ¿cómo es? Para poner ¿cómo es? El mes del amor propio, porque esto va a ser una historia que te va a inspirar, te va a motivar, te va a cambiar la vida, te lo garantizo. Y a veces mucha gente me preguntan, oh, tú tienes el libro a $85 regular. Sí. Y mucha gente dice, eso está caro. ¿A comparado a qué está caro? Porque mi historia no tiene precio. Las lágrimas que yo lloré o lo que yo sufrí no tiene precio. So, yo te estoy dando una herramienta, no solamente mi historia, pero una herramienta para ti, para motivarte, para empoderarte. Y esas experiencias las sufrí yo. So, cuando me dicen que es un libro a $85, eso es bastante barato a todo lo que yo tuve que sufrir y pasar y las herramientas que yo te estoy dando y regalando. Y humildemente lo digo, no lo digo con ningún pensamiento en que nada, sino humildemente, porque esto es algo que yo es mi verdad, mi historia, pero también la herramienta para poder empoderarte. Y eso no tiene precio porque tú te mereces ser empoderada, tú te mereces leer algo y que te motive a cambiar, te motive a hacer un cambio y te motive a amarte y ponerte primero. Y eso no tiene precio. So, para el mes de febrero está 40% de descuento. Okay, my guys, I'm back to English. So, these are all from my Latino people because that has been probably the number one question I've had for the month of January. Like, okay, so you launched the English version. When are you launching the Spanish version? So, I wanted to let everyone know that it's going to be launched for March. Okay. Another thing is for those people who didn't know and are and live in this state of New Jersey, I do have my office location. It's 227 South Whitehorse Pike, Suite B in Audubon, New Jersey. You could always stop by Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and you could come in and see so many things that we offer and we sell and we do. Besides selling my coaching service and my memberships that we do have for Say It Out Loud Gigi, which I will be talking about it in a couple minutes. I do sell like sterling silver jewelry, money back guaranteed jewelry. And this is something that we do because I like and I have a whole bunch of projects and we do help people throughout the year. And this is the way we survive and this is the way I'm able to raise money to adopt families for Christmas, to feed over 125 people for Thanksgiving. Ooh, excuse me, to help people along the year or throughout the year, whoever struggling, whoever needs, especially if you're a member of Say It Out Loud GG or you're always supporting Say It Out Loud GG and you ever fall into trouble or hardship, Say It Out Loud GG is here for you. We don't advertise this publicly because to me privacy is very important, because just because I help you doesn't mean that I have to put it on social media or publicly. you know I don't do that, but we do that, and the only way we're able to do that is by people buying our products and buying our stuffs. A good portion goes to that and the other portion goes to, well, our office and our bills and everything else that we have. Um but I also I want to make everyone aware and know that what we sell, it's not just to sell. There's a mission behind it, and when you buy anything from Say It Out Loud GG, you become part of that mission. You become part of Say It Out Loud GG, and I want to say thank you to everyone who supports. And if you can't buy or you can't, it's okay. Just hit that like button, hit the share button. You're doing so much by doing that, and it's absolutely free. And I want to say thank you, and that's why I humbly always do my Facebook lives, and when I do that, that's like a big discount. So please follow my Say It Out Loud GG business page on Facebook. Say It Out Loud GG, that's what it's called. Because when I go live, I listen, things are like 50% off. And that's the way I say, hey, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting Say It Out Loud GG. One of the things that I started out with 2023 was with the word gratitude. And this year is tenacious. I am not going to be afraid of anything. I'm being in the room. I'm going to be in the room. I'm going to talk. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to tell jokes. I'm going to do everything. So this is my word. So what's your word this year? Leave it in the comments, guys. Okay. Like I said, follow, subscribe my YouTube channel, Say It Out Loud GG. So you could, stay up to date with our events, and you could always go on my website and subscribe to and become like this member. So you get notification on any events we have or any seminars that we have. And this is always good to know. You don't have to always, go to every seminar, but if there's anything that you like or any event that is you're interested, you could always come. You could always visit and just ask questions. If you want to do a meet and greet, once again, go to my website at www.sayitoutloudgg.com. Go under coaching services or coach services, and you'll find it there, and you could book, your 15 minutes where we could just sit there and, well, we're drinking coffee and have a conversation. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the memberships that we have available. This is something that I've been um, planning since 2023, and I'm trying it this year, 2024, and I could only do it with your help. I could only do it as without you guys, I can't do it. So this is something. It's a membership. It's a membership right now that you could go. It's monthly membership, of course, and it you get monthly 1 hour empowerment coaching. We are already on our second because we're in the month of February, so you still got time to not miss this one. I think February 7th is going to be our empowerment coaching session, and it gives you also a chance to network. You get to meet different people, diversity people, and you get to network your business, especially if you're a small business owner. And if not, if you just want to be empowered and just gift yourself something where you're taking the time, an hour from your month where you're just being empowered and you have people to uplift you, this is the program for you. This is the membership for you. You also get a 15% off any purchase as long as you're a member. So, like I said, we sell sterling 925 sterling silver jewelry here. They're money back guarantee. We also have a whole bunch of other stuff that we sell. I invite you to visit our website to see the items we do sell, and you get 15% off. You also get a 30-minute monthly meditation session. Once again, it could be physically or it could be virtually. It gives you the option to choose online, and you also get a 30-minute every month. You get 30 minutes with me where we're chatting, a one on one conversation. I call it meet and greet for coffee, a coffee moment, where we're just chatting, and anything you want to talk about, anything you want to get inspired about, anything that you want to uplift you about, anything, any opportunities or anything that you have that you're promoting that you want to talk about, that is the chance to talk about it, especially if you're a small business owner. If you want to do collaboration, if you want to sponsor, if you want to do anything, this is the moment. That would be the moment to talk about. And right now, you could go online and become a member with only $55 a month. So take advantage of that, guys. And once again, there's so much more, and just the environment and the peace of mind you're going to have, and any events that we have, you're going to definitely be invited with at no cost to you. So when I said networking events, I mean the network. Anything that Say It Out Loud Gigi has, that event, you and whether it's a purchase ticket, you would not have to pay anything. So, let me see what else. I have a whole list. I have like a whole notebook here, because I don't want to miss anything. Another thing that I wanted to say, and probably to finalize this podcast, is that for the month of February, Say It Out Loud GG will be closed from February 10th to February 22nd. So we're going to reopen on February 23rd. So if you're planning to purchase anything, if you're planning to become a member, if you're planning to do anything, I believe that this is the perfect week for you. And next week, if you want to schedule a meet and greet as well, like a coffee time, this next week will be the perfect day to do it, just because we're going to be closed at a long, about 2 weeks, and this is a good and positive thing. We booked a cruise probably 2 years ago, and now is the time to go to it. And this is a family cruise where I'm taking my twins with me, so I'm really excited about this. We are I'm deserving of it. I have been nonstop for the last 2 years on trying to build Say It Out Loud GG and continue to grow. That these are well deserved vacation. But once again, this is not a vacation that we just booked. It's been a vacation that we has paid. So if anybody didn't know, you can actually book a cruise like 2 years ahead and just do payments along the 2 years. So that's a good way to vacation at a affordable and, excuse me, at a spacious time where you could pay for it. So I wanted to give you that. So, guys, leave comments. Please comment below, share, like, subscribe, do everything, because that's the way you help Say It Out Loud GG. And I want to say thank you to everyone who listens to every podcast, who throws that like button, that shares. Everyone, I want to say thank you. Thank you. And you're always welcome with Say It Out Loud GG. If you want to get to know who I am, what this company is about, and we are growing this year. Before I close this out this year, I want to give a shout out to Lali. Lali has joined Say It Out Loud GG this year, and I'm so grateful and thankful to have her and this team. And she is a small business owner, guys, just in case you didn't know. She her business is called Lali's Fashion, and she does customized work for anybody, small business, anybody that you want. She does amazing job. She has done amazing work. She has done work for Say It Out Loud GG. So connect with her, get in touch with her, um, and look her up on Facebook. On her, it's Lali's Fashion. Fashion is spelled with a double O. um, so just in case if you have trouble finding her, it's because fashion is with a double O. And that is her way of standing out. So let's go and support her because she is part of Say It Out Loud GG now. And I'm so grateful to have her. And we're going to grow through together and we're going to uplift. And that is what Say It Out Loud GG is about. So just because you're a small business owner doesn't mean that you can't be a part of Say It Out Loud GG. Another company that is upfront and centered since day one is Leslie and Siani Styles. Look them up on Facebook. They have been upfront and centered since day one. They do all the customized work, um, items that Say It Out Loud GG have. So go and follow them. And I'm always promoting. I'm always promoting every small business. If you come into our location office, you're going to see like business cards of every small business, any business that you might find. And I always promote them because that's what this is about. We're not in competition. Say It Out Loud GG is a company that is not in competition with no one. And we are all about uplifting and collaborating and uniting and doing good things and phenomenal things. This year, I also have the privilege of being part of A Lady Leadership by Nikki Cuesta. And let me tell you, this has been the most, I gifted that for myself. I needed, listen, it wasn't even about anything else. I did something for myself, and I'm very proud that I made that decision. It's one of the best decisions that I have made so far this year. And I want to say thank you and a shout out to Lady Leadership. It's amazing. Women empowering other women. I love it. I am love it, and I'm in love with it. I can't brag enough about it. And Daniela's Delight. This year, we collaborated with, especially the book launch that I had. Let me tell you, if you want her to cater to your small business, any event, or anyone out there that's having an event, she does catering service, hands down, 10 out of 10. Amazing, amazing service, amazing quality food, amazing everything. So please reach out. Daniela Roman from Daniela's Delicious Delight. Let me tell you, hands down. So go look her up, hit her up. And we have also Elsie Beauty Fashion, and anybody knows, and that's my mom. She has her little small business where she sells just fashion jewelry and a little bit of everything, which there are pocketbooks and you name it, she has it, or she tries to have it. And my number one supporter Also, Chucha Jackson, I got to give a shout out to her. She has been day one, number one supporter. She's behind the scenes as well. And I always say that my husband is also behind the scenes, number one supporter as well. These are people that are behind the scenes, but that do and make, say it out loud, Gigi, who it is and what we are and what we all about. I have a strong foundation, a strong support system, and this is something that I can't say thank you enough. So if you want to be part of this foundation and part of this amazing growth, I invite you to definitely visit our website and become a member today. Don't miss out on that opportunity. Thank you, everyone. Once again, my website is www.sayitoutloudgg.com. And thank you, everyone, for being part of this podcast. Bye.